You have any backup weapons on you or anything? Drop your vest or your duty belt, because you don't need that. We're going to go down and do a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so.
Do not drink and drive. You've heard this rule, right? When a cop arrests someone for drinking and driving, it creates a huge mess. But why do they forget it's the same rule that equally applies to them? We've found 3 cases of drunk cops who got caught. Let's see their reactions to that. Diving into the first one, involving Captain Amanda Caden of the Cincinnati Police Department. Picture this: she's pulled over for crossing a yellow line multiple times and swerving. As soon as the conversation starts, Caden drops the bomb. She's an officer too. Hoping to escape trouble, she mentions it, throwing in her badge. But the officer isn't buying it. He confronts her, detecting the unmistakable scent of alcohol and noticing her slurred speech. Caden's husband, Patrick, who's also drunk, offers to drive instead, thinking it might help. But the officer firmly tells them they won't escape punishment.
Okay. Now, do you have any head injuries or anything?
No.
Are you epileptic or diabetic at all?
Mm-mm.
You wearing contacts for color or anything?
No, but I'm not going to take any kind of...
You're not even going to let me do HGN on you?
The couple then starts arguing with the officer, and things get really tense. The officer's not backing down. He instructs Caden to step out of the car for sobriety tests. But here comes the twist. Caden refuses to do the walking test, claiming her high heels aren't suitable. Not the smartest excuse, right?
Well, I mean, you can do the whatever, but I'm not... I've got high heels on. I'm not going to do any...
Okay. All right. And that's fine. I'm going to wait till my buddy gets here, and then we'll talk about it.
What's even more astonishing is their constant mention of the cameras and everything being recorded. It's as if they hope this will save them from the mess they've landed in. But will it? Let's find out.
We live just down the street.
I understand that. My hands are tied. Okay, everything's recorded, and that's, you know the circumstances.
Right.
Okay. I've got another officer coming to back me up because you both are armed and all that stuff, and he's agitated. I'm just going to check your eyes.
The officer appears helpless because Caden clearly didn't pass the sobriety test. She flat out refuses to do any other tests, leaving the officer with no other option but to press charges. With no choice left, he has to arrest Caden for drinking and driving. In the end, Caden faced multiple charges, including OVI refusal and a center line violation, all because of driving under the influence of alcohol. Her career, once shining, was now hanging by a thread due to one fateful night. Now, on October 15th, 2022 in Florida, we are moving on another case involving Deputy John Guzman.
Thank you. Just go ahead and take a seat for now.
Florida police officers find him, not just drunk, but fast asleep in the driver's seat with the car door wide open. He's being asked if he had been drinking. He flatly denied it. He claimed he was just trying to get home.
Huh? Have you had something to drink tonight?
No, I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to get home.
He's trying to go home?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
Huh?
Is your license in the vehicle?
No, it's in my wallet.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. He couldn't even remember where his driver's license was, and he struggled to follow simple instructions. As a result, Guzman got caught red-handed. He's patted down, told his Miranda rights, you have the right to remain silent stuff, and then gets arrested. Realizing he's cornered, he goes along with the officers. No other way out. They pull him off duty right away, investigating even further. Now let's shift our focus to the third corrupt officer, Officer Justin Augustine. On that fateful day, October 27th, 2018, he was discovered in a drunken state, and it gets worse. He had crashed his very own patrol car. Lieutenant Byron steps in, realizing the gravity of the situation. He takes Augustine aside, not only to strip him of his police gear, but also to have a serious conversation with him.
Just take your taser off of you, and you have any backup weapons on you or anything? Drop your vest or your duty belt, because you don't need that. We're going to go down and do a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so take your... are you all right, Augie?
Yeah.
You seem... your focus seems divided on me. What's going on? You just nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you under the influence of anything, Augie? No? Good. I hope not. I do. Where's your vest at? You don't have it on you? Okay. All right. What else do you got on you? You got
done.
pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? You going to go with me to take the test, Augie?
Byron, deeply concerned about Augustine, who happens to be a close friend, takes a gentle approach. He speaks to Augustine in a friendly tone, trying to figure out what went wrong that night. Byron stresses that he's just doing his job and suggests a drug and alcohol test. However, Augustine isn't having it. He refuses and keeps saying, "I'm done." Not the words you want to hear, especially from an officer in a drunk state. Byron suggests a drug test to save Augustine's job, but he refuses again. Suddenly, Augustine breaks down in tears.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, get going then. Do what you got to do, all right?
55 and 75.
Augie,
George Robinson,
you need to get it. You need to relax. No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world.
Fuck that.
I know, it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work. Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud. Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to...
Realizing how serious his situation has become. Now observe how Augustine senses that his career is in jeopardy, most likely over. To make things simpler for everyone, Augustine finally admits to having drunk. After reaching an agreement, Officer Augustine is taken inside. Consequences are laid out for refusing the test, and he's notified of his arrest for OVI. Eventually, Officer Augustine resigns. Despite this, he faces a year of probation, 180 days of suspended jail time, and a $300 fine. Fortunately, these penalties are dismissed after he completes an educational program. This is how all the three cops lost their careers.